Hello, my name is Eric Holiday. I'm going to go over one of my most, life-changing events that I ever had. Back in February 2nd, 2017, my 2-year-old son Mason passed away. What had happened was, it was about 4:30 in the morning. I woke up, went into his room to give him some medicine because he had been running a fever. And he was lifeless. He wasn't breathing. I immediately picked him up, took him to his mom. She started CPR while I called 911. And the ambulance came. They worked on him for about 15 minutes, took him to the hospital. They got his heart going again, and they decided to medevac him to Vanderbilt because they had a PICU unit there. So we went there. We'd spent all day with him. He was brain dead the entire day, and the doctors kept doing everything they could for him medically. They kept giving him shots to keep his heart going and everything. And basically we stayed by his bedside the entire day, even though we had 2 other kids at home. We brought them to the hospital to see him, and then my friends came and picked them up, took them, and watched them for the rest of the day. Probably about, I'd say, 3 in the afternoon, doctor came to us and told us that we better start calling some people, and that we would have to be making a decision here. And we had his pediatrician come up to the hospital. We asked him what he would do, and after he talked to the doctor, he told us as friends that he would let him go. So that's what we decided we were going to do. So once our family had arrived, because mine were from Michigan, my wife's were from Nebraska. Once they got there, we spent a little time with them, and at 9:30 at night, we let him go to God. We didn't leave the hospital for at least another hour and a half, 2 hours. It was probably the most life-changing experience for me, because after that, that's when I found a religion. My wife reconnected her relationship with God, and that's when my eyes were more open to everything, because the coroner said that she couldn't exactly tell us why he passed away, but our best guess was he had a seizure in the middle of the night and nobody was there to resuscitate him. So his body went without oxygen for so long, and his organs were so badly damaged that he wouldn't come back. He couldn't come back. That's why when he was laying in bed, he kept bleeding out of wherever blood could come out of: ears, eyes, nose, mouth. And of course, me and my wife were there to wipe it away. This is something I wouldn't wish upon anybody, but me and my wife, we've changed everything. I've gotten out of the military and I'm spending more time with my kids, and our views have changed for treating our fellow man more better, and being more helpful and open. Now, I'm grateful that we had him, even though it was a short time. Thank you.